So we've been talking still about the second verse, and now we're on the last line. We've been talking about precious human life and to make it worthwhile and not be distracted by the meaningless affairs of this life. So yesterday we were talking about just the mind that was completely enveloped in this life and couldn't think beyond it, and that makes such a big deal about everything that happens in this life. And so this mind is one that is quite involved with I like and I don't like, I want and I don't want, gimme and get me away from. Okay? And so here we come to the topic of the 8 worldly concerns. So this is basically how we run our lives, although I'll let you investigate and come to your own conclusion. Maybe I should speak personally. This is how I run my life, according to these 8. Okay, so the first one, and this is the ordinary worldly mind. It's not the Dharma mind, okay? So I'm not praising myself, saying that I live my life by these. So the first one is being attached to having money and material possessions, being delighted when we get things, and then being dejected or dismayed when we don't. So when we get presents, when we get money, when we get our paycheck, you know, so happy. And or somebody gives us something, you know, we go to the shopping mall and we get something and we're so delighted. And then when we can't afford something, so we can't get it, somebody forgets our birthday, we lose our money, then we feel completely dejected. Okay, anybody here like that? You know? Okay. So you can see how this kind of, you know, delight and dejection is completely just concerned with our own personal happiness right now. Yeah. And then the second pair of the 8 worldly concerns is being delighted when we're praised and people say nice things about us and approve of us, and you know, nice ego-pleasing words when we're acknowledged and appreciated and loved and all of this kind of stuff. And then feeling upset when people criticize us, don't approve of us, and blame us. Okay, anybody involved with that? Yeah, which of the first 2 pairs are you, get you more rattled? Praise and blame, more rattled than possessions. Yeah, yeah. Then the third pair is reputation. Okay, so first part is having a good reputation, wanting other people in a large group to know who we are, that we're good at something, that we're knowledgeable, to respect us, and so on. And then, of course, disliking having a bad reputation where people talk about us behind our back and criticize us and point out our faults to the whole world, you know. So, of course, in the US now, you can have that and then you write a book and then you make $1 million. So, you know, you lose on the reputation one, but you gain on the money one. Yeah. Isn't it amazing how we love to read about people who are dishonest? Yeah. But you try and publish some articles about, you know, monastics living in virtue, and even in Buddhist magazines, they don't want to publish it. Yeah, I tried one time after we did our program, Life as a Western Buddhist Nun in 1996. I sent a report to all these Buddhist magazines. They weren't interested, you know? But if I had sent one that was titled Nuns Tell All, then I'm sure we would have easily had enough money to build Gotami House in a flash, you know? Okay. So, the one about reputation. Then the fourth pair, the last two of the 8, are you know, being delighted whenever we have any nice sensory experience. So when we see something beautiful or someone beautiful or nice scenery, when we hear nice sounds, you know, kind of the music we like and not, you know, nails on the chalkboard and stuff like that. When we smell nice odors, you know, like chocolate chip cookies and not like pee on the streets in India. And, you know, so just made the other one. And then when we have pleasant taste, so when the food's to our liking, when it's made the way we like, and then being upset when we get food that we don't like, that's, you know, burnt or not cooked enough or too cold or too hot. And then tactile sensation, you know, the bed's got to be the right hardness or softness. Yeah, so kind of like falling into a bed that's really nice, just the way we like it, and being unhappy when the bed's too hard or too soft. Liking when the temperature is nice, but being upset when it's too hot or too cold. You know, nice, we like to be stroked, we don't like the mosquitoes, you know, so pleasant sensory experiences. So most of our life is involved in getting the 4 that we like, the money and possessions, the praise and approval, good reputation, and pleasant sensory experience. And then the rest of our time is spent in getting away from the 4 that we don't like, okay, which is loss of financial and material things, getting blamed or criticized or not approved of, having a bad reputation, and then unpleasant sensory experiences. So most of our life is basically occupied in all of these.